Today, I've come to Odaiba to finally do something that I've been wanting to do for years, and that is visit teamLabs, which is just behind me. Let's go.
teamLabs Borderless is a digital art museum based here in Odaiba, Tokyo. You can find teamLabs hidden underneath the giant Ferris wheel, so it's very easy to find. Now, I am going to let this video run a little bit longer than usual because I feel it is important for you to be able to see, feel and experience more of the rooms than you kind of would from quick cuts. So please sit back, relax and enjoy. In the teamLabs experience, there is no fixed path. You can enter any room that you want to at any time. For example, we started here in Butterfly House with dozens and dozens of projections of butterflies and flowers surrounding you almost 360 degrees. Almost all of the exhibits are some sort of projection or screen that you can see, so everything is pretty dark from the get-go. One of the more interesting things about this particular room is that it felt like rooms appeared and disappeared either behind mirrored surfaces or kind of blank walls. When you find these rooms, you'll find dedicated pieces of artwork kind of on display for you to watch without the distraction of all the chaos going on around you.
What's that?
While there is no fixed path, there is a system that kind of lets you know, where the next room is or which room you should be going into next. There are also some animals that are projected on the walls that kind of flow from one room to another, so you can end up following an animal literally from room to room to room. In fact, you can see some of the birds flying past now who are just coming in from another room and entering into here.
As you can see there, the artworks leave the room and head out into other areas, and that's going to be the room that we go and explore in a minute. But for now, we're going to hang around in this room and explore this just a little bit more. This is an interesting room.
One of the more interesting things about these rooms is that they don't remain static. The theme changes every couple of minutes, so you can end up staying in one room for 20 to 30 minutes and almost never seeing the same animations twice. Some of the exhibits you're actually able to climb on and walk around, so make sure you're checking where your feet are. As I mentioned earlier, animals move in and out of rooms, so let's follow these birds through this corridor, and a pheasant appears.
It looks like there are different themes to the rooms. You can see these kind of flower guys are heading back into that room. That's where we just come from, so we're going to head back down this route, which we haven't been to yet, but I'm not sure what the theme is down here.
However, just here on the left we spotted a hidden room. There are hidden rooms everywhere, so make sure you're checking for them. This next art piece is really hard to explain because you can't understand just by watching it on camera. This is something you really have to experience. However, you're kind of standing in what is like a cave, and the entire projection is almost surrounding you 360. And the birds will fly not only in front of you as the one you can see on screen, but beside you, behind you, above, below, drawing out these pretty patterns. And it really feels like in that moment you are having an out-of-body experience. This next room is incredibly trippy.
Oh, this is a trip and a half.
All of the surfaces are mirrored, making this room feel incredibly big. The animations change every 30 to 60 seconds, sometimes from intense, bright white lights, then changing into kind of snow before into rain. This whole experience is incredibly trippy, and looking down on the mirrored surface and seeing just yourself in this infinite void of light is incredibly weird. It's really hard to express on camera just how amazing this room is. You're surrounded by rain and then suddenly you're standing in a void of color, like a rainbow passing by you, and then next thing you know it's raining sideways and it sort of feels like you're in Star Wars.
Oh, this is weird. This is a place I would not like to come to on drugs.
It is an incredible room. Then we found a hidden room with lots of lights kind of dancing to the music. But the next song was even more interesting. The next animations that they played, they all kind of pointed to a space within the room and kind of created an almost ethereal being. And it was actually so convincing that multiple people would actually try to reach out and grab whatever the lights were kind of making. And it is a very unique experience. One that I would highly, highly recommend. After that, we headed upstairs to this incredibly large, very 3D floor.
This is really cool.
All these kind of lizard creatures were crawling around. As far as I'm aware, these lizard creatures are actually something you're able to design and draw, and then they get scanned into the computer. Once they've been scanned in, they can walk around and explore, and you can go and find your lizard.
This place feels so surreal, so trippy. And like the floors are really uneven. I don't know how well that's coming across on camera, but like there's a really big dip behind me. There you go, you can see. It's completely different levels, so you've really got to keep an eye on your step, which is kind of difficult when I'm filming and not looking at what I'm doing.
We later discovered that if you stand on one of the lizards, they explode into color. Moving on, we found an area almost like a jungle gym that's kind of illuminated while all of the animations play around you. So you can see the birds are flying around the walls and around the floors. And these are actually quite loose. These were a challenge, but great fun.
Oh, this is really difficult. This is like being back at school or playing in the playgrounds. Except it's way trippier. What the?
After that are these kind of stepping stones. Now, I'm not sure how well you're able to hear the audio. However, every time you stand on one of these stepping stones, it gives an audible noise and sometimes animations play. After that, there's a big old bouncy castle over the floor where you bounce over these steps and they explode into colors and animals. Amazing. Curiously, this entire area was just eggs that change color. I still don't understand this room, even after watching this video dozens of times. It's eggs in a room, changing colors.
This is definitely a really weird room. It's just full of eggs that keep changing color, and actually the floor is really, really soft as well. I don't know what to make of this. This is the strangest room that we've been in so far. It's just eggs.
Finally, another area where you can design your own fish or jellyfish or sea creature and get that scanned into the computer and let it follow you around the room. Now, unfortunately, we were unable to find every single room in the exhibit. We actually missed some rooms, and that's okay. That's something that may end up happening to you. So if you really want to find everything, make sure that you've got lots and lots of time to explore everything.
That was like a really, really cool experience. Like if I had more time, I would stay here for a lot longer, but it is a really, really cool experience. Unfortunately, this place is actually closing sometime next month. So this place is no longer going to be here. I believe they're moving to another location, but I don't know where. But there are many other team labs all over Japan and some other countries as well. So if you go in your country, definitely check it out and definitely come here and check out the ones that are still here in Japan.